Pete Bissonnette, President of Learning Strategies, back for the second episode of Prosperity Accelerator. We are learning to tap the resources of your non-conscious mind to accelerate complete access to abundance and prosperity in your life. This episode is Abundant Money Mindset. Dr. Paul R. Scheele, co-founder of Learning Strategies, will share insights, tips, techniques, and processes for an ideal mindset. You might want to share this with family and friends. Tell them to go to www.yourprosperityaccelerator.com. That's yourprosperityaccelerator.com. Remember to close out of your email and social media and hide your phone so you can stay focused on your Prosperity Accelerator. Here's Paul Scheele.
Welcome back. When you have an open mind, an open heart, and an open will, and when you take action according to your goals, you're connected to vast resources that are always available to you. In shorthand, I'm calling this a prosperity consciousness. What this means is you are having access to abundance. And with it, you have the ability to connect in with the true source of abundance that's always running through you and all around you. It's the same abundance of the universe that brought you here and has always been supporting you from the very first moment of conception. So prosperity consciousness is focused on expansion. It's focused on possibility. It's focused on opportunity. And that's in contrast to what I would call a poverty consciousness, which is focused on contraction, on lack and limitation, problems, blame. Prosperity consciousness leads to greater confidence in yourself. It encourages your development of competence that's needed to take action on the opportunities as they present themselves. Poverty consciousness leads us to tremendous difficulty. It keeps us unable to adapt to changes that we face on an ongoing basis. In essence, a poverty consciousness is a thinking that sees us as victims of the world around us. We're at the effect, not at cause, over the circumstances of our lives. Our jobs, they're the source of our financial earnings. And money is the source of abundance. That's poverty consciousness, actually. Our workplace, that's a place of persecution, abuse, taking advantage of you, and you're always at risk of losing it. And luck is some capriciousness of nature. But let's contrast that now with a prosperity consciousness, and that places us at cause. We're a co-creator of the life that we're living, co-creating with the universe itself. We're in cooperation with a loving universe that's working on our behalf to give us all that we need to bring our gifts and talents into the world. Our jobs, they're outlets for our gifts and talents. It's a place where we can hone our knowledge and skills, where we can create and innovate in order to serve humanity at a higher level. And as a result of that service, receive appreciation in the form of our income from our employers as well as our clients. Money, it's a means of expressing appreciation. It's a way of transferring what we value. And luck is where preparedness meets opportunity. So if we could describe prosperity consciousness and poverty consciousness, essentially this is what we would call a mental model. It's a construct that we carry around with us about how the world operates. It's a result of the sum of our experience and the sum of the training that's been given to us by our family system, by our friends and associates, by the culture that we were raised in, by our educational institutions, and by our religions. Now, the objective of our Prosperity Accelerator sessions are to be able to shift our mental model toward a prosperity consciousness. And in this session, we're going to focus on mindset, specifically as a way of being able to make that shift. What we're looking at is any unconsciously or non-consciously held beliefs or ideas in which you might be imagining yourself as unworthy somehow, undeserving of the riches that are available to you, or show you as being insufficient in some manner or form, like you're not tall enough, you're not short enough, you're not thin enough, you're not heavy enough, you're not smart enough, whatever it might be. You're insufficient somehow to enjoy the abundance that's always available to you. So as we're going to make that shift together, I would like to begin, as we always do, by first taking a brief drop in to get ourselves into the ideal learning state. So if you would, set yourself up for the relaxation. With your feet resting on the floor, your hands resting on your lap, we're going to take a moment to drop into a brief mindfulness meditation to connect with that accelerated learning capability that's within us. So, with a deep breath in and gentle exhale, close your eyes and become aware of the space your body is occupying. Become aware of your shoulders and feel your shoulders relax just a little bit more. And when you do that, what happens is you begin to drop the tension out of your upper chest and shoulders that we often use for breathing inefficiently, that causes more anxiety and stress in the body. And we begin to drop that breath down to that engine of vitality in your diaphragm. So feel your body breathing, not with your chest and shoulders, but with your abdomen, your diaphragm. Now, become aware of your forehead and face and see if you can relax the muscles of your forehead. Let them smooth out, relaxing all around your eyes, your cheeks and jaw. And as you get a slight hint of a smile, the corners of your eyes, the corners of your mouth, your brain naturally and automatically begins to generate more of an alpha brainwave frequency, which is the relaxation channel and the ideal learning channel for the human brain. Plus, that smile begins to flood the body and brain with positive neurochemicals to help you feel okay about who you are, where you are, and what's possible for you as you move forward. And now notice the touch of the breath in your nostrils. And as you do that and feel the touch right there, you really are bringing your mind into this present moment right here and now. And you'll come to understand in this program that right now you're okay. This is the starting point for the rest of your life. Regardless of how your history may have been, you can, starting right here, shift in the direction of a more abundant, prosperous experience of life. As you exhale and inhale, allow that breath to flow uninterrupted, so no hesitations or pause. Don't hold your breath. Let it flow in a continuous cycle. And as the exhale and inhale become more even, you're actually creating a harmony between two polarities inside of you. The opposite of the inhale and the exhale are interdependent opposites in one continuous breath, like the hemispheres of the brain, left and right hemispheres, like the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. One, the sympathetic is action-oriented, the parasympathetic is reflective, healing, relaxing. And so you're bringing harmony to every part of your entire being. And as you are supported here, sitting as you are just now, you realize the space of your physical body. You can feel your spine, the most dense part of your physicality, your physical body. This is what we would call the body energy field, the physical body. It's controlled by a part of your brain. It's called the reptilian complex. It controls all of the autonomic nervous functions, keeps your respiration and your heartbeat going. It's miraculous in every way. And surrounding this dense energy field, there's a subtler field of energy around that, and that's the emotional body, which is controlled by the limbic system in your brain, the mammalian complex. And this is the place where we feel the feelings of having this human experience. An important place to tune in to for our emotional guidance in life. And then surrounding that subtler field of energy is still a subtler field yet, and that's the mental body. That's controlled by the neocortex, the new brain. And this new brain situates over the limbic, over the reptilian part of the brain. It's surrounding your physical body and your emotional body. When a thought occurs to you, it could seem to be coming from out of the blue, not from inside of your head, but all around you, 360 degrees around you. And in this mental body is stored all of our experiences, all of our learnings. And you're moving this energy field of the mind, the emotions, and the body. You're moving this to the highest expression of abundance and prosperity for you in your life. Because you know you have a body, but you are more than your body. You have feelings, but you're not your feelings and emotions. You have thoughts, you have a mind, you can think thoughts, but you, who you are, is more than your mind, more than your thoughts. You are the presence, the power, this spiritual energy that is having this human experience. You have a mind, you have an emotional body, you have a physical body. And these are yours to use to bring the full measure of your gifts and talents into the world. You get to choose your mindset, your way of creating the life you desire. Once again, become aware of the relaxation in your shoulders, the relaxation in your face, the touch of the breath in the nostrils, and bring yourself more outward by gently opening your eyes, returning alert, refreshed, and tuned, ready to go with the session. Now, if financial prosperity is your goal, let's explore the mindset of prosperity. You can write a new money story. Your narrative, how you describe your relationship with money, is basically everything. What you repeat in your mind, in the mental pictures, in the historical record of your relationship with money, the words that you use to continually reinforce the mindset you have, this is your reality in essence. When you tell somebody about a hardship you went through, was it one of the most important experiences that brought you to now so that you could truly create the wealth you desire? Or was it just another example of how you've been victimized by the world that you see? This is mindset. And if you want something different for the future that you have of money and finances, You have to write a happy ending to the history of lack or limitation that you may have been experiencing. Now, there are a lot of great, very public examples of people making tremendous rags to riches experiences. Jack Canfield was somebody who, earning a teacher's salary at $6,000 a year, decided that things could be different for him. You imagine himself receiving a $100,000 check. He didn't know how. But as he set his mind to it and continued to hold the thought and the feeling that this was possible, what he discovered is a breakthrough that led him into the publishing field. He has become probably, arguably, the most successful publishing story in all history. Absolutely spectacular. Joe Vitale, Dr. Joe Vitale, he lost everything. He was in the streets. He was homeless. Today, he's one of the most successful personal growth gurus on the planet. Lisa Nichols, she escaped in the middle of the night with nothing but the clothes on her body and her infant child with her. She's become truly one of America's women's success stories. Successful IPO for a business that she launched, published author, multi-millionaire in every way in terms of her happiness, her joy, and her relationships, her sphere of influence, the effect that she has on the lives of countless teenagers, business people, entrepreneurs all over the planet. John Azarov, another example of all of these colleagues of ours who at one time in his life was either going to be incarcerated or he was going to be killed in a gang, has become one of the leading influencers in success and human development, wrote a book called You Can Have It All. And you know, each one of these people have moved from rags to riches. Don't know what it is that you're working on. It could be a relationship goal. It could be a career goal. It could be a success, finance. It could be a health goal. It could be a personal growth goal. But to go from the thinking and feeling that's held you stuck to a complete expression of the fullness of who you are, that's really our topic of mindset. And we're going to look at both thinking and feeling. Thinking observes the world, and feelings sense it. We're human beings, we're having a feeling experience. So feelings and thinking are absolutely intertwined. We are raised to look at our world, figure out how to survive it, to predict and control. And when we're in this world of chaos, trying to predict and control, it's kind of tough. We really don't know necessarily how things are going to go 5 years from now. Look at any technology that you now enjoy. Think about what it was like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's a complete change today. There's a lot of tumultuous change going on. How are you ever going to be able to predict it? In fact, new research has shown there's a better way to approach our lives than trying to predict and control. It's called sense and respond. If you think about a car race, we're surrounded by automobiles here in this space, and there's a lot of chaos that unfolds during a car race. You can't predict how everybody else is going to go. We have to see how things are going to unfold. You have to look for opportunities when they present themselves. And you have to seize those opportunities and possibilities to move yourself ahead in the race. So we're moving from a predict and control to a sense and respond. Shifting is what it is that we're doing now. So pause to think. Where are you at in your life right now? Do you find yourself in a position of collaboration and flow? Possibilities and opportunities are boundless for you? Are you finding yourself living in joy and happiness? Awesome. These indicate your thinking and feeling are aligned with a prosperity consciousness. Or are you expecting the worst, the other shoe to drop? The worst is yet to come, and it's coming soon. Are you in an experience of anxiety, fear, panic, needing to escape? Well, I want to show you a chart, and I want you to imagine a vertical scale that goes from -5 to 0 to +5. On the left side of this chart, we'll see indicators of thinking. And on the right side, we're going to see indicators of feeling. And it's the combination of thinking and feeling that gives us our state of well-being. Notice what's going on with you and realize that when you are in a position like you are right now, aware and noticing more of the choices available to you, you're actually moving up the scale from 0 to +5. Thinking that judges and determines this is good, this is bad, works to predict and control, those are moving us down the scale. Now, if you're in the lower part of the scale, and if you're in rags today, the likelihood of riches is pretty much seen as impossible. Your past equals the future, only worse. Because things are getting worse all the time will be the mindset. Below the line, we see thoughts of scarcity. Now, above the line, we're moving us into that sense and respond mode. So we're allowing things to play out. We're noticing possibilities. If you're in rags today, riches can definitely be in your future. No matter what your current situation, you can get it to be better. There is no fate but what you create. Right now, at this moment, you're okay. And a solutions-focused way of thinking sees that it's right now finding one next small step to move us up the scale. The feeling side is super important because these thinking and feeling are intertwined. And if you look at the design of the brain, the neocortex, which is the thinking brain, is surrounding the midbrain where the limbic system or the mammalian complex is. And that's because those are so connected, literally every thought you think has a corresponding emotional impact on your physical body. And if things are not the way you would like them to be right now, and you don't know how things could be better, this is kind of the 0 point on the chart we're looking at. Your things are not as you would like them to be, and you don't know how they could be better. Below the line, it's looking at certainty. It should be better than this. And because they're not, it's creating a feeling state of disorientation, frustration, which leads to a sense of overwhelm. And that moves to concern and worry, like how much worse are things going to get? Why can't I seem to make this any better? Anxiety and fear shows up, and it can be from time to time that our adrenals just kick in the sense of panic in our body. Well, we want to be able to move out of that. And above the line is a very different story. If things are not as you would like them to be and you don't know how they could possibly get better, move into confusion. I know it sounds odd, but go there. Go to that place of not knowing. Because you don't know. It's okay, accept that and then get curious. Moving into a sense of curiosity allows a relaxed awareness of what's true about what's going on right now. Gratitude for what it is that you do have that's keeping you alive right now, that's creating the possibility of new opportunities presenting themselves and new accomplishments available to you. This leads to a sense of contentment, peace, happiness and joy. These are the emotions that are going to allow us to really succeed. If right now you're living below the line, you must move out of that stuck state of thinking and feeling. Mindset is essential. Now, you may be looking around right now and seeing that I'm standing behind this antique BMW car that's covered in corks. Well, somebody had the idea. What would it be like if I took the body of this car, covered it in corks? 5,000 corks were made to design the body of this antique automobile. Now, what's the mindset that's required to painstakingly take each next new step until you have accomplished a final product? And the person who did this is internationally famous for the work that he did. He did it as a labor of love, a passion and interest for the type of automobile that he has. So when you think about it, what's not possible for you to accomplish? If one step at a time, you keep correcting your mindset. If it's below the line, you keep correcting it and get to the difference that makes the difference. The difference is really mindset. Now, we can distinguish between two types of mindset. Below the line, we call it a fixed mindset. Essentially, that's saying, hey, the way it is the way it is. It's just who I am. It's always been this way. My parents were the same way. This is who I am. And there's an identity that the opportunities are not available. The other mindset, the mindset that's above the line, is what we would call a growth mindset. This is saying that I have an open mind. I can expand to embrace the full power and potential that's within me. Now, you and I are here at this very minute because of the fact that we have growth mindsets. And at times, depending upon the particular area of our lives, we can fall into the trap of the fixed mindset. It's not reality, it's not who you are, and you can make a shift. So a shift in mindset is really what we're all about. And I'm going to take you through 3 exercises that are going to help you reinforce an ideal mindset for the goal that you have, whether it be to cover a car in corks or drink the 5,000 bottles of wine that it took to put them here, or it could be to achieve your goal of growth, relationships, success, health, finance. You decide. We're looking at how do we keep an open-minded, abundance mindset that lets you recognize new opportunities and take advantage of possibilities that present themselves, opportunities that present themselves. The first one that we're going to do is when you recognize that you're in a stuck state, you're in that fixed mindset where you're sensing that perhaps you're a victim of circumstances in the world around you, might be the behavior of that person or the situation going on at work or a toxic boss or whatever it might be. Here's the first thing to do. Stand up, take a drink of water, and stretch. I've got a drink of water here. So whatever you're doing, and do it right now with me. Stand up, grab a drink of water, take a little sip. If you don't have a drink of water with you, you should have one, because hydration helps the blood carry oxygen to the brain. It helps us in everything that we're learning, and it's beneficial on all kinds of physiological levels. Next thing you want to do is just stretch. Just lean a little bit, move a little bit, open up a little bit, shake a little bit. All of that's going to help. We have a tendency to live pretty sedentary lives, and there's a tremendous amount of research that shows we have to be moving more. So let me give you another exercise. After you've stood up, taken a drink of water and stretch, we're going to move. The favorite movement that I have when learning, can you see the full vision of this here? What we're wanting to do is tap the outside edge of our knees. It's a marching called the cross crawl pattern. This is from the techniques of educational kinesiology. What it's doing is it's crossing the midline of the body, therefore crossing the two hemispheres of the brain and opening up more of what's possible within you. The final thing we're going to do is something called tapping. This is from Emotional Freedom Technique. A friend of mine named Nick Ortner wrote a book on the tapping solution. And what he's shown, he also did a film on it, what he's shown is that when we have a negative emotion and we do some physical taps on the physical body while holding that emotion, give the opposite emotion, what it does is it shifts our neurophysiology in the direction of new possibility. So try this with me. Even though, repeat after me, even though in this area of my life, think about the goal area, I've been kind of stuck, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though in this area of my life, I felt a little stuck from time to time, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm tapping with 3 or 4 fingers on this part of the hand. It's called the karate chop points. You can do it either side, both sides. Even though, from time to time, my mind has gone to a place of feeling stuck. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So there you have it. To move yourself out of stuck, you have to shift your physiology. And physiology actually directs your emotional state. Your physical posture, the way you're standing, the way you're moving, affects your emotional state. If you're all hunched up and dragging around like this, pull your shoulders back, stand more upright. A physiology of excellence is going to shift your emotionality. That's going to make it easier for you to have the thinking or the mindset that's going to help as well. So this process is going to put you into a really good neutral place to work with your mind and your emotions, letting go of your past stories, beginning anew, starting right now. So once again, you're going to stand up, take a drink of water, stretch a little bit, do some kind of movement, walk around, bounce, whatever it might be, and then tapping. This tap is the one that will be fine for you for now. It's going to immediately move you into a more open place for you getting the results that you want. Good? That's the first of 3 exercises. Now the second exercise we're going to do is we're going to sit and we're going to drop in, become aware of ourselves and recognize that we're in a place of sufficiency and feeling okay. That's, again, it's going to be a very important thing to start the mindset that you really want in order to open up possibilities for you. All right? So let's have a seat. And just as we have in the beginning of our sessions, I want you to just take a moment to place your feet on the floor, hands on your lap. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, close your eyes and let your shoulders relax. Relax the muscles of your face, your forehead, your face. Get a hint of a smile. Feel the breath in your nostrils and let it flow continuously. No pauses or jerks. and in a harmonious way where the breath is deep and even, similar duration between the exhale and inhale. Now you've done this before. Doing it now, you realize you can do this whole thing in 30 seconds or less. As you're doing this, your eyes are closed right now. Remember that you're okay. You can hear my voice, your breathing, your heartbeat is keeping you alive. At this moment, right here, right now, without any concerns about the future, without any carryover from the past, just being present in this moment, you recognize you're okay. There is a sense of sufficiency. And from here, you can create a brighter future. And from here, you can create a brighter future by the shift in mindset that opens you to new possibilities. And staying where you are, gently return by opening your eyes. I just want to quickly review these steps for the second exercise, this process of dropping in. So it's become aware of yourself, relax your shoulders, relax your face and get the hint of a smile. Relax the breath so that it's even, deep, connected. And feeling it in the present moment brings you into this present moment. And as a mature human being, this is the place where all of your resources reside. So it's essential to get out of whatever mindset you've been in that isn't supporting you and bring you into this present moment right here with all the possibilities of a wide open future available to you. Whole thing, 30 seconds. Now, if you spent less than a minute doing the steps in the first exercise, you get a minute and a half, you're ready to go. Now what we're going to do is a visualization of what's possible for you. So this third exercise is to help you create a mindset for a brighter future. First of all, really know that you are worthy. You are a unique expression of the universe, and you are fully resourced and supported by the universe that brought you here. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is create a way to create your new future. So once again, drop in, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Feel the touch of the breath in your nostrils. Excellent. Now we're building a new mindset for a brighter future. To begin, I invite you to see the limitations of the past that have been all around you in your life experience. They've been in you as well. And imagine taking all the experiences of lack or limitation and putting them in a pile right there in front of you. All of the thinking, all of the feeling, all of the behaviors, all the mistaken judgments, all the things that may have limited you up until now, make a big pile of them right there in front of you. Imagine them all there. So you're taking them off of you and putting them there in front of you. Now imagine in the creativity of your own imagination, make that pile really, really small. Shrink it down whatever way you can. Deflate it, shrink it down, make it tiny, throw a shrink ray on it, whatever you have to do. Make all of that the size of a postage stamp. And now send it behind you. So it's going behind you to your left and going way, way back behind you. Keep sending it back there, way back there, smaller and smaller until it's a tiny speck in the distance. And now in front of you, place your goal. The goal for the brighter future that you are choosing to create for yourself and for those you care about. See that in front of you now. See that goal bigger and brighter. See yourself in the image there in front of you. There you are, right there in front of you, enjoying your success. Make that image bigger, brighter, more wonderful, more delicious. See it, hear it. And when it looks and sounds just right, imagine stepping right inside of it. Going into that body of yours and this future success that you desire, as if right now you're living in it. See it through your own eyes. See it all around you. Feel it in your body. What does this success feel like that you've accomplished a goal that's important to you? Feel the emotions of it. Feel how good it feels. Hear what others may be saying to you as you're enjoying your success, or hear your own internal dialogue complimenting you on the success that you've accomplished. And from this place of success, you can look to your past to see how you got here. See some of the things that you were able to do, some of the breakthroughs that you had that led to the success that you're now enjoying. As you see the vast progress you made to get here, the important steps that you took to achieve the success, feel good that you were able to do this. Know that this is yours to enjoy. Now take a snapshot of this success, a snapshot that you can carry with you. And bring yourself back, still eyes closed, bring yourself back to this present moment. So at any time, you can look at the snapshot of the success you will be enjoying at some future point. And come back to this now moment, carrying these good feelings with you. You are fully connected to the brilliant resources within you that accelerate your prosperity each and every day. Now, in a moment, you're going to be bringing yourself out and opening your eyes. I want you to first count mentally forward from 1 until 5. And on the last number, you'll open your eyes, feeling wide awake, refreshed, really feeling good. Counting forward from 1 to 5, and the last number, opening your eyes, feeling great, feeling wonderful right now. Now, the reason that I had you count forward was for the purpose of changing your state of consciousness with more direct control. So this process that I just led you through, this process of creating a new mindset had just a couple of simple steps. The first one is to imagine any limitation, shrinking it down, sending it back till it's a dot in the past. You have no need for it right now. You send it behind you, let it remain in the past. You're in this now moment, visualizing your success in the future, see it bigger, brighter, more wonderful. Step into it. And as you step into it, see it as if it's in your now experience, through your eyes, through your body, your emotions, your feelings, hearing the sounds around you of your success. Now, in the space that we're in right now, you understand that each and every one of these automobiles that are in here were a labor of love of somebody who had a vision of what was possible. They had to hold it first in consciousness. I'm going to encourage you to use these 3 exercises anytime that you want to. The best time to use them is when there's any thought or feeling that shows up from below the line on that chart that I'd showed you before. Anytime you're moving into that stuck state, you can use these to make a shift. The first, stand up, take a drink, hydrate, stretch, move, tap. You're in a great neutral state. Now sit, drop in, recognize yourself in the present moment, and then do this exercise with the past going behind you, leaving it, and the future super bright. Step into it, and from that future, look back at the success that you have created, the steps that you went through. Now, in order to help reinforce this, we have paraliminals that can really help. One, which really helps us rewrite our mindset around money, is called the abundant money mindset. Another paraliminal is called belief. Another called living the law of attraction. Remember those stories of the authors and presenters I mentioned before? Jack Canfield, Joe Vitale, Lisa Nichols. All of those folks have had this experience of using the law of attraction to have a profound shift in their mindset to get them where they wanted to go. Another paraliminal is called the new history generator. And miracle mindset is another one that really help shift and organize your thoughts in the direction of creating what you want. Now, I've been talking about open mind, open heart, open will. This session has really been about the open mind. If in any way you have the sense, either by thought or by feeling, of any kind of insufficiency, this technique will immediately make a shift. And because our mindset really determines whether or not we're going to grow beyond our present circumstances, training this new mindset of prosperity consciousness is probably going to be the single most important thing that we can do to accelerate prosperity. Notice today how much more you are aware of your thinking and feeling. Have you discovered that since we began this? Literally on a moment-to-moment basis, you can watch a thought show up that is unsupportive. Now you have something to do about it. You can feel in your body when there's a contraction. You can shake it off and begin expanding. So if you ever fall into that predict and control, trying to manage your life or over-control it, make that shift. Every time you do, what you're doing is you're actually not only going to feel better, but you're also going to be more effective in literally every small step you take today. So watch how it goes. We love hearing feedback from the breakthroughs that are occurring. Keep us posted. We'll see you on the next session.
Thank you, Paul Scheele. Pete Bissonnette back again. So many people are stuck in that poverty consciousness, that mindset of limitation, and it keeps lack, problems, and blame alive. It slows down prosperity. What Paul mapped out and led you through, it works. Come back to the session as many times as you need to move into a growth mindset of maximum potential. Paul mentioned 5 paraliminals, including the Abundant Money Mindset Paraliminal, which carries the same name as this episode. I would for sure use it. Use it daily for a couple of weeks. It will write away your limits and ensure you are always abundantly directed, always expecting abundance. Belief is perhaps the most important of the paraliminals. It deals with beliefs we tend to live by, many of which don't serve us. They are foisted upon us one by one by our parents, our teachers, friends, coworkers, you name it. They probably didn't intend on limiting you, but that has been the result. This paraliminal helps replace nasty beliefs with those designed to help you live the best life possible. And it is great for beliefs in all areas of your life. Not just finance, money, wealth, and prosperity, but relationships, your health, your growth, your career, your family life, creative projects, every part of your day. The Living the Law of Attraction paraliminal is very cool. Paul created it with Jack Canfield, who is the undisputed master of the law of attraction, being one of the featured teachers in The Secret and co-creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. They've sold over 500 million books. That's amazing. That's someone who knows how to live the law of attraction. I would consider using this paraliminal at least once a week. Put it in a regular rotation because you are always attracting, and you might as well do it in the most powerful way possible. New History Generator helps clear emotions bottled up from your past and helps set you up for a bright future. This paraliminal has 2 sessions. Most of the paraliminals have only one, and the guidebook that comes with it tells you the best ways to use this paraliminal. Each paraliminal comes with a guidebook which gives you keen insight and ways for going beyond. Most of the time you can just jump into a paraliminal, but you'll benefit by flipping through the guidebook for some of the more sophisticated paraliminals, such as the New History Generator and Belief, which I just mentioned. With the New History Generator, Session A helps you release unresolved emotional issues from the past, and Session B brings you through a mental review of the last 24 hours so you can achieve an optimistic outlook on the future. With Belief, Session A helps identify beliefs that get in the way of your success, and Session B helps install a new belief that supports your success. Do you see the brilliance of the paraliminals Paul created for you? There's nothing like it on the planet. I think they are the best tools available to help you live the best life possible. Miracle Mindset, which Paul created with author and mentor J.J. Virgin, helps you manifest the extraordinary by working with these 5 essential attributes: being resilient, living in the present, being courageous, taking action, being abundant-minded, collaborating with supportive people, and practicing forgiveness. Remember, you can order any of the paraliminals individually. When you buy 3, you can get a 4th for free. There's a link on the web page here, and you can get the full library of dozens of paraliminals at a much better price. Your purchase comes with a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you're not satisfied, simply come back and ask for a refund. Or you can check in with one of our free coaches to see how they can help you. We also have for you a discussion forum with over 10,000 posts and a closed Facebook group dedicated to folks using paraliminals. They're both phenomenal resources. When you purchase, you can order CDs we will ship to your home, or digital access where you can download or stream the recordings from our online digital library. You have immediate access to the library when you order now. I hope you've been enjoying these sessions. If so, please tell your friends and family and colleagues about the Prosperity Accelerator. Have them go to www.yourprosperityaccelerator.com. That's yourprosperityaccelerator.com. Your next session will be Crush Financial Anxieties. Now, who does not have financial anxieties? You. They'll be gone after you join Paul in that session.